Hello, my name is Nani and welcome to my channel where I share with you my top tips on how to look good, feel good, and smell good from the inside out. In today's video, we're talking all about smelling good, and so I want to share with you some of the fragrances that are going to be in rotation for me during this springtime. These are pretty much currently based on what's in my collection, my favorite springtime scent. So of course, if you guys love fragrance videos and you love talking about products in general, make sure that you go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, and of course make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more. I do have 6 fragrances to mention to you, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alrighty, so jumping right into it, every time I think of springtime, I'm not sure what you think of, but every time I think of springtime, I do think of just like floral, I think of patterns, I think of prints in terms of like your clothing, I think of just kind of like sweet scents, I think of a little bit of a muskiness to it, just more floral, musky, sweet type of fragrances. And so the ones that I'm going to mention to you are pretty much along those lines. And a lot of them do have some type of musk in the undertone as well, just to help with the longevity during this season as well. So starting off with the first one, so I do have 6 of them to mention to you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start off at my number 6. This is my number 6 just because the longevity is really not that great, but I do feel like this is an easy to throw in your purse type of scent, especially during the spring and summertime. And this is by Vera Wang, and this is Embrace. This one is the green tea and pear blossom version. Now this, I feel like definitely is one of those easy to throw on type of scents, whether it's throwing it in your purse or just easy to wear throughout the day. As I mentioned, this is one of those scents that you do have to grab with you simply because the longevity of it is really not that great. But I do like the calming nature of this scent, but then it also does still have kind of like this juicy pear note in it. So it's just a very, like I mentioned, easy to wear scent. And it's very calming, it's very relaxing. It has a little bit of an herbal nature to this scent. It's not extremely herbaceous to where it feels or smells like it's not wearable. This is honestly just kind of like a hint of a greenness, a hint of an herbal nature to it. But I feel like that definitely is what gives it its calming type of factor. But then you do still have the mix of the juicy pear note in this as well. That just helps to kind of balance out the scent. It's a little bit fruity, it's herbaceous, it's aromatic, it's a little bit spicy. But as I mentioned, the longevity of this scent is really not the best, which is why I have it at my number 6. But I do find that this is a really good scent for you to, again, throw in your purse, and a really good scent for you to layer with any of the ones that I'm going to mention to you guys next. So this is a really great layering fragrance as well during the spring and summer seasons especially. So again, that's going to be Vera Wang Embrace. And again, this one is the green tea and pear blossom. Absolutely love this scent. The next fragrance that I want to mention to you, it's basically this far back in my list just because I haven't had it for a long time. I mentioned this scent as well to you guys in the perfume haul that I recently did. And I just feel like I wanted to get this scent to test it out for many reasons, but I did figure that it would be a really great scent for everyday wear as well as for like spring and summer seasons. And I was definitely right about that. And this is going to be the Versace Arrows for Femme, and this is what the package looks like. I absolutely love the bottle. It's just like this humongous bottle, but I do like the packaging itself. And what I really love about this scent is just kind of like the easygoing nature of this scent. It's sweet, it's floral, it's a little bit musky, it's a little bit powdery. There's just kind of like this relaxing nature to this scent as well. And I just love the fact that it's one of those fragrances that I will continue to wear year round, but it's also one of those easy to throw on type of scents for the spring and summer season, specifically more for spring. So we're gonna keep this as my spring list. Obviously, you can wear these scents year-round if you want to, but these will definitely shine a lot more, in my opinion, during springtime. So when it comes to this scent, I feel like you definitely get the floral notes in it, but there's definitely a musky nature to this scent, which I absolutely love those type of scents, just because having something like that in the base not only helps with the longevity of the fragrance itself, but I feel like it just gives it a little bit more of a sensual nature to the scent. It's not an extremely fresh fragrance, but I do find that there's kind of like this very inviting, welcoming type of nature to this scent. It's very calming and relaxing. It's sweet. I don't know what fruit is in here specifically, but there's a sweetness to the scent, and there's also a little bit of a tartness and also a muskiness in the base. I absolutely love fragrances that have kind of like all three of those elements, just because I find it a lot easier to wear no matter the occasion. So I'm really excited to start continuing to wear this fragrance during this springtime. So again, that's going to be Versace Arrows pour Femme, and this is the Eau de Parfum. This is the Eau de Parfum version as well. So I'm excited to continue to wear that scent. And then the next one that I want to mention to you is going to be one that I've had in my collection for a while. And it's really one of those scents where every time I see the package, for whatever reason, I think of springtime. And also when I smell the scent itself, I just think of springtime. And this is a celebrity fragrance, so it's extremely affordable as well. And this one is by Jessica Simpson, and this is Fancy Love. I absolutely love the packaging of this as well. There's something about this package, like the white and gold and this little top, that just looks kind of like queen-like, princess-like. I absolutely love the vibe of this scent, or the bottle itself. And in terms of what this smells like, I find that it's kind of similar to the last one that I mentioned to you, but there's a little bit more of a sweetness, not from a fruit, but more of like an amber, honey, creaminess to the scent. There's definitely some musk in here. I'm not really sure if there's a patchouli note in this as well, but it smells like there might be a little bit of a patchouli note, but it just smells very sensual, very welcoming, very kind of like warm, cozy, and I absolutely love that. I feel like scents like this definitely are easy to transition as well during this. I feel like scents like this are definitely easy to wear during the springtime, and also easy to transition from daytime to nighttime. So whether you're having a lunch date with your friends during the springtime, or you're trying to go on date night with your man, you know,
5 minutes later.
this is definitely one that will transition beautifully for you from daytime to nighttime. So again, it's very sweet, it's musky, it's a little bit creamy. There's definitely has to be an amber note as well as a patchouli note in here, because I do kind of get that vibe from this scent, especially when you spray it on your skin. So I do think that this is definitely one of those that you have to have in your collection, simply because it's a celebrity scent, so it's extremely affordable, and this is actually going to last on your skin for a long time. And springtime, I feel like, is definitely when this fragrance will shine the most. So again, that's going to be Jessica Simpson, Fancy Love. Absolutely love this scent. And the next one is also going to be another celebrity scent. I mentioned this to you guys when I did my celebrity perfume collection, the scents that kind of remind me of spring for whatever reason. And this one is also going to be along the lines of the Jessica Simpson scent, but there's a little bit more of a sweet element, a fruity sweet element to this scent. And this one is going to be by Beyonce, Queen Bee, of course. And this is going to be Heat Rush. I love this one so much. I did do a comparison video with all of the Beyonce fragrances that I have in my collection, and I compared all three of them. If you guys haven't checked out that video, go ahead and click this card here. But I mentioned in that video that this was one of the ones that I gravitate towards the most, just because this is the one that I feel like is a year-round scent. But I feel like definitely during the springtime, this is going to thrive beautifully on your skin. When it comes to this scent, what I love is that it has kind of like a fruity, like a very juicy, fruity type of element to it. There has to be some type of orange in here, maybe like a grapefruitness, a grapefruit note as well. But I don't know, I feel like there's a sweetness from a fruit, but there's a little bit of a tangy tartness to it, but it's not too much to where it smells sour. But there's also, in the base, you definitely get like the honey, the amber, the wood notes, which makes it just very, I don't know, I just feel like it's one of those scents that just makes it very sensual. It just feels like one of those scents that as soon as you spray it on your skin, it just kind of warms up with your skin. It just, I don't know what it is about this scent, but I think of like florals, I think of tanned skin, I think of kind of like glowing skin, I think of the sun kind of shining beautifully. I don't know what it is, but this scent pretty much reminds me of all of that. This is also one of those scents that I think would be perfect to go on vacation with as well. It's very fruity, it's a little bit tart from the orange zest or something like that, and then it also does have that sweet, creamy, very refined undertone of like honey and amber and a wood note as well. It's absolutely beautiful. It's definitely feminine, very sweet, very warm, very intoxicating, very sensual and alluring as well. So I absolutely love this scent, and I am going to probably finish it this spring and summertime. It's just an easy to wear, very sweet, very sensual type of fragrance that's not too much during the springtime. So I absolutely love this. Again, this is Beyonce's Heat Rush. The next two that I want to mention to you are tied. And the reason that they're tied is because they smell very similar, and you guys might be very surprised. I think I've mentioned this to you guys before, but I feel like you guys may be surprised just because you can get the vibe of one of the scents, but at a fraction of the cost. And the two that I'm mentioning to you are these babies right here. So of course, by this bottle, I'm sure you know what this is. This is by Christian Dior, and this is J'adore. And of course, this is the Eau de Parfum. And this one right here is by Perry Ellis. This is 18 Sensual. Now, the story with these two scents is that I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember I went to the mall or like to one of those like fragrance shops looking for the J'adore. They didn't have it. And the guy was like, hey, you know, I have a scent that actually smells very similar to it, but it's a lot more affordable. And I was like, okay, you're piquing my interest. Let me smell her. And basically he let me try this out, and I was blown away by how similar they are. And to be honest with you, this kind of smells like a modernized version of J'adore. Again, I love the both of them, and I absolutely love J'adore for many reasons. I think I might do an exclusive review on J'adore and just kind of tell you guys kind of the history of this with me and my family and things like that. But I absolutely love the both of them, but this is extremely similar to the J'adore. So if you can't afford the J'adore, definitely make sure that you test this out. I feel like it's definitely one of those easy to wear year-round type of scents as well, and it gives you kind of a similar nature. I'm actually done with this one. That's how much I absolutely love it. I don't know if you guys can tell, there's no liquid in here. I'm absolutely done with it. So I'm waiting to basically order another one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys kind of like what they both smell like. So in terms of J'adore, if you already have it in your collection, this one is definitely, it has a freshness to it. I do find that this definitely is a fresh floral with a little bit of a warm type of undertone, but I do find, especially on my skin, that it does stay pretty fresh on my skin. Not like an aquatic scent, but it does still stay kind of like a fresh floral scent, if that makes sense. I absolutely love just the fragrance itself. I do think that a lot of people think that this scent is a mature fragrance, but to me, I just find it to be a very elegant, very classy scent, and I do feel like it does thrive during this spring and summer seasons. You definitely can dress it down if you want to, but I do find that this is one of those scents that it just makes me put a little bit more effort in the way that I look. Maybe it doesn't have to be anything extreme or extravagant or anything like that, but this scent just smells very elegant, very classy, very sensual. It just smells very mature, and I feel like this makes me put a little bit more effort when I do, you know, gravitate towards this scent. But as I mentioned, because of the fact that this smells very similar to it, and it does have a little bit, or is a little bit more of a modern take of this scent, I feel like it doesn't smell as mature, but this one is still a very elegant, very easy to wear year-round fragrance. But there's a little bit of a powdery type of element to this scent specifically, which I feel like just kind of like a powdery muskiness, which I do feel like makes it a little bit easier to wear, if that makes sense. So I absolutely love this Perry Ellis Sensual as well. So they do smell absolutely amazing. And like I mentioned, they do have a lot of similarities to them, but they both do last a long time on the skin. And as I mentioned, they're both very elegant, classy, just very feminine and pretty scents. So again, that's going to be Christian Dior's J'adore, and this is going to be Perry Ellis 18 Sensual. Absolutely love the both of them. Obviously, I'm done with this one, so I am going to gravitate a lot more towards the J'adore during this spring and summer season. So of course, both of those scents are absolutely amazing to have in your collection. So make sure that you guys pick that up as well. And then my number one is going to be a scent that, I don't know, I just feel like it kind of embodies me, okay? Embodies my vibe, embodies my nature, just embodies how I feel about life in general. But the scent is just absolutely amazing in my opinion, and it's a designer fragrance. It's also very affordable as well. And this one is by Shiseido, and it's called Zen. Love the packaging, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love the packaging. This is a very heavy package actually, so you could probably beat somebody up with this, so be careful. If it drops on your foot, it's not gonna be a good time. This scent, as I mentioned, is absolutely divine. There's something about this fragrance that's just extremely intoxicating in my opinion. And there's something about this fragrance, the notes in this scent, that just absolutely grounds me. It smells very earthy. It smells very woody. It smells just very kind of relaxing and just, I don't know, it smells like Mother Nature. I know that sounds very weird, but there's something about this scent that's just so calming, so relaxing, just so natural, if that makes sense. It has, I believe, a patchouli note in here. It has woody notes in here. It has kind of like this earthy nature to it. It almost smells like, I don't know, there's something about it that just kind of reminds me of like if you garden or if you grow your own plants and flowers, it almost smells like the soil. Like it doesn't smell like the soil, but there's something about it that's just so grounding and so natural and so like Mother Nature that just reminds me of that. I just love this scent. It just smells very kind of like, I don't know, natural and in tuned, and I don't know what it is. This scent is amazing though. This is definitely also one of those fragrances that you can wear year round, and I just find it just extremely just relaxing and just amazing. I actually have it on today, and there's just something about this scent that just drives me insane. There's a little bit of a zestiness in the opening, a citrus note in the opening, but once it dries down on your skin, you get the patchouli, you get the musk, you get the woody notes, you get the earthy nature of this scent that just smells extremely natural and just beautiful and relaxing and just easygoing, if that makes sense. I love scents that are like that, that embody that. This scent was definitely love at first sniff. It just smells absolutely amazing. I really, really enjoy this scent a lot. And I do feel like this is one of those scents that a lot of people would probably really enjoy as well. It's not one of those like sweet scents or floral scents or anything like that. It just smells very grounding, very relaxing, very earthy, a little bit, not earthy like herbal, but just earthy like I mentioned, just kind of like Mother Nature. There's something about this scent that's just extremely amazing in my opinion. This is definitely one that is a staple in my collection. As I mentioned, this was definitely love at first sniff. And it's also one of those scents where I just go to it just randomly throughout the day and just smell it, just because it smells absolutely amazing, and it lasts on the skin for hours. The longer that it lasts on your skin, it's like the woody notes don't turn masculine. They just smell just even more natural. There's something about it that just kind of accentuates your natural odor, if that makes sense, but it smells amazing just because it still has some floral notes in it, and it also does still have some fruit in it, some citrus notes in it as well. So again, this is one that I will continue to repurchase forever and ever and ever, and I just absolutely love it. So make sure that you guys go ahead and try this out. This is again Shiseido Zen, and I believe this is also the Eau de Parfum. Yes, this is also the Eau de Parfum as well. Extremely amazing scent, and this is definitely going to be my #1 scent for spring and summer and just year round in general. So that's going to be the last fragrance I wanted to mention to you guys. If you have any of the scents that I've mentioned, let me know down below which ones are your favorite. But thank you guys again so much for tuning into another video. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure that you go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you again for tuning into another video. I hope you have an awesome day. God willing, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.